we're at Wagamama, just visiting the Gebster with the missus. So here we are, the Gebster. Hey. Discussing the topics of today. Whenever I come to Wagamama, I always have this fear that the only thing I have on the menu they won't have, which is chicken katsu curry. But today we're okay, they had it, and it was very nice. Yep's trying to sign in. I tell you what, I much prefer flying in an evening than in the morning. What do you say?
A bit. Betting.
Oh God, yeah. So here we are in Riga, in Latvia. Never been here before. Yeah. I tell you what a beautiful day to arrive. It's unbelievable. We thought it was going to be -2, but anyway, we've wrapped up warm, but yeah, it's a gorgeous temperature here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice sun. No wind,
yeah.
No rain.
So let's go and get something to eat.
Yes. Doggies are home.
The building behind me is called House of the Blackheads, based on a set of merchants called the Blackheads. Quite an interesting looking building. Its claim to fame though is it's the site of the first ever decorated Christmas tree. So, Anya, first night in Riga. What are your initial impressions?
It looks better, the buildings look better. Nice looking, relatively new airport. And nice buildings, quite modern. There are a few that need some repair, but no, the general thing is better than I thought. It looks very civilized.
Yeah, I concur. Strike a pose! See, we're now into February and it's still Christmas here in Latvia. Christmas tree in the background there and some ice skating. So this is apparently the most romantic cafe in Riga. What do you think?
It's quite cozy. It's on board. Nice cake.
Yeah, nice cake. So we thought we'd come to a posh burger joint first, but it gets great reviews, eh? See what the cheeseburger's like. The story goes that Catherine the Great was on her way back to Russia and she fell ill. And the doctors of the time, in the 1700s, made her a drink. And this is the drink that cured her. And it's called Black Balsam. And it is now it's a drink that you have to have when you come to Latvia, as it's the national drink of Latvia. I'll do that again, that was shit. Good morning. So we're on a bit of a free walking tour this morning around Latvia. Based on tips obviously, but we couldn't get any cash out of the cash machine this morning, so I don't know how it's going to work. I hope it takes PayPal. But yes, so far so good. What do you...
Which from Ivrit translates as synagogue on street of Peitav. This is Peitav Street. But if you are searching for some information online or some materials meant for tourists, you know, like tour maps, printed books and so on, it's pretty much never called Peter Schul. It's So how's the comfort level? Still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Holding? Okay. Because if you want to survive the Baltics, it's all about the mind games, what you're playing with yourself, it's mental conditioning. So every Latvian is starting the day with a really simple idea. It can be worse. Then it's better. Automatically it's better. Yeah? So Latvians are starting the day with really low expectations, and then we are pleasantly surprised through the day. But now this is a little bit of the old medieval time defense wall, and this.
So we're on our way to a highly rated burger restaurant, but we've kind of left Old Town now, so we're kind of in the outskirts of Riga. And you know, the Old Town, you know, it's quite beautiful, but when you get out, some of the buildings look a little bit dilapidated. You can tell they haven't, you know, got maybe a lot of money to refurbish these things. I'll show you a few examples, like, you know, maybe that building there, and these here. Not too, mind you, these don't look too bad actually, do they? Just. So we've probably wandered about 35-40 minutes away from the more tourist areas of Riga, and it's interesting with these old post, you know, Soviet Union states, how they've developed, you know, differently. Poland is obviously doing very, very well, and you can see that because even if you go to the less tourist parts of the city, it all looks very well developed, whereas here, not as much so. The tourist parts are very good, but you know, you venture a bit out there, and some of the buildings do need, you know, some work, but yeah, some are very well renovated, as we'll show you, and they are getting there. I was going to say,
That one was renovated.
yeah, I mean,
Should be renovated like this one, but for some reason
yeah. For example, this building here in the middle, they've done the one in the middle, but you can see how it could look compared to the ones on the outside. So the one in the middle's been renovated, and the other one's covered in car dust.
Yeah, and graffiti.
Yeah, and graffiti. Same with this one. I mean, we have the last surviving synagogue in Riga. From what we learned from the tour guide, that, you know, Latvia itself has had like a history. It's just a history of being invaded, basically. And one of those times, obviously, during the Second World War, and when the Germans captured Riga, they destroyed every synagogue in the city. And the only reason this one behind me survived is its close proximity to other houses. So if they burnt it down, the Germans feared that, you know, it would catch and the whole city would go down, and they had plans for this city should they win the war. So we're gonna have a look inside. Our hotel for the 4 or 5 days that we are here, the Welton Spa Resort in Riga. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Guy's gonna run me over. He's determined to run me over. I know, literally 2 minutes walk from our hotel room. Our late night snack place is called
All Night Munches.
Late Night Munches.
Oh, yeah, late night munches. Not all night.
No, not all night. Open till about 1 o'clock, and does a fantastic burger. I don't know if you can see the balcony behind us on the Riga radio station. In this part of the city, they wanted a place where the president could make big announcements to a crowd of people. So this square was created so that they could facilitate that, because there originally were houses here. So the president, they carved out all the houses that were originally in this square so the president could make his speeches. But they also, what they did, they also left the imprints of the original buildings in the ground here, so you can see the floor here. I'm in the road, and these markings here are where the original buildings used to be, and they were probably from the 17th century, but at least they're on the floor so you can see where they were. Here we have Riga Cathedral, built in 1211, and as we are here, we will take a look inside. Do my best, Jeremy Clarkson here, but here in Riga Cathedral is the third biggest pipe organ in the world.
In the world?
Anya, have you got used to the fact that it's a -6 average temperature?
No, I'm still suffering greatly.
I love it, it's great.
Oh, you do.
Even the river is frozen, look. Here we have Riga Central Market. All these tall buildings are all interconnected with different sections of market, from fruit and veg to fish to sweets and desserts and cafes. Quite large inside, all interconnected by a little corridor, which I'll show you. We went in just now, but it was just near closing time. We've only just got here. Really, it closes at 6. But no, you can imagine it. During the day it's quite bustling, but I'll show you some videos from inside. This one, oh yeah, pies. I never thought I'd see pies out of England. Yeah. The pies look a little bit different though. So here we are in Jurmala, which is like the Blackpool of Latvia. Apparently it has beautiful sandy beaches and a forest nearby that we'll go and have a look at. Not many people are going to be here in the middle of February because it's -4, but while we're in Latvia we thought we'd take a look. But anyway, first port of call, find a coffee. And you're harassing the local wildlife, the local cats. Wife is keen to climb this tower. A long way to the top. like being back at the power station with all these mezzanine floors. It's like I'm heading to the steam ejector. It's a long way down. We are hoping the beach
It's just there.
is just over this ridge. We will see. The beaches of Jurmala. If the temperature was probably 30 degrees more than it is today, I can imagine these full of sunbathers. But as it is, even the sea is frozen. You can see the beach curving off into the distance there. I just read that it's 21 miles of beach coastline in Jurmala. And at this moment, you can see the wife walking onto the beach, walking onto the sea as it's frozen at this area. Hopefully she shouldn't fall on her ass. Huh? You listening? So, final thoughts on Riga. Did we enjoy ourselves?
Yes.
Yes. Would we come again?
No.
No, probably
No.
not. Probably not. But it's piqued my curiosity enough to just cross over.
Yeah.
It's piqued my curiosity enough to go to some of the other Balkan states, definitely, like Estonia or Lithuania.
Maybe more in the springtime.
I don't know. I quite like the cold, but yeah. It's certainly very nice to visit around the old town, but as you move further away from the tourist areas, it begins to look a little bit more run down, and that's not a criticism. It's just
It's just a fact.
just an economic reality, really. So I recommend a visit. But also, well, one thing I will mention is the service here, and the people are far more friendly than in, say, somewhere like Prague. You know,
When
Prague.
they throw things at you.
Yeah, Prague is a more beautiful city. There's no doubt about it. But the service industry here is far superior, and I don't think we had a bad
No,
meal or a
no.
bad restaurant, and all pretty good value. So that's the final thoughts on Riga.